It is hour number 2 here on More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio, live in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Welcome back, Landon. Good to have you.
Good to have you. Thanks, man.
I don't think you did. You not like me calling you out like that?
No.
Okay.
I enjoy it.
Nice. Good having you back too, Joey. Good to see you.
Appreciate it.
Good long break, so we're making sure we get everybody back in the room. Everybody got everything they needed to out of the way.
Yeah,
Business calls made. We're talking baseball. Baseball draft, MLB draft has wrapped up, I think. We're not in the old days of like 60 rounds where they go on for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. And my phone rings a couple times, and I'm wondering if that Cincinnati call is coming from the Reds organization or not.
Mm-hmm. You got to answer them just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case. They might have seen me play T-ball one time.
Or softball. Played softball a little bit.
I don't think I'd be getting drafted after those days. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, you had the MLB draft, and Tennessee sees a lot of guys go, not just off the roster this year, which everybody outside of Hunter Hensley you knew was gone, and you were shocked to learn that he would return and excited for that. You now have we now look at the commits that were drafted, and you held on to most of them. The guys you kind of knew were gone. You got some back that you weren't necessarily expecting, and I feel like this is good news all around. You're obviously still waiting on someone too, but good news all around.
Yeah, you kind of got what you wanted. I mean, Tennessee had 9 players ranked in the top 100 per perfect game, and you're going to hang on to probably 7 of those. So that's really good to see. You do lose Ty Southseen, I think is how you say that, and Trey Snyder, both shortstops, picked in the 4th and 5th round in the MLB draft. But you're kind of waiting on Anson Siebert to make. He did get drafted in the 16th round, but the dude was a 35th player in the country. 6'8", 220. I gotta think you make it to campus. I think he's a draft-eligible sophomore, so he would only have to be here for 2 years.
Okay.
So I think there is kind of I don't have to go a full 3 years to Tennessee to hear my name called again. So I think he does make it to campus. So I think you do hang on to 7 of those top 100 commits. You do lose Lucas Ramirez, who a lot of people thought that – we're really excited because son of Manny Ramirez. I get that. I was really looking forward to chalking it up with him in the MVP room next year. But, I think somebody was going to take a chance on him just because of the name, and it looks like that was the case. And then you lose Ethan Wagner out of Jefferson City, Tennessee, local kid. Gets drafted in the 17th round by the Astros. I mean, I got to think, he wasn't one of the top players in Tennessee's class, so I got to think he probably is gone as well.
Yeah, I think the guys you mentioned that are probably gone, I think have already kind of been assumed, and the guys you're getting back. I mean, I think you kept more than not necessarily you were expecting, but I think you kept what you wanted and what you were expecting. Obviously, you'd want some of these guys. Yeah, you look at Ty Southseen and Trey Snyder, and you're like, yeah, would really love to have those guys on this roster next year, but you didn't expect it. And so, I think when you round out this class, I think you're pretty happy with where you landed.
Yeah, you kept those 7 that I talked about. Levi Clark is a big time catcher, was the number 36 player in the country. Tegan Coons, who we talked about on Monday, announcing that he's coming to Tennessee. And then Jay Abernathy, who is the younger brother of Micah Abernathy, who played at Tennessee.
I did not put that connection together when I saw that.
Yep.
Okay.
And dude is a speedster.
Yeah.
Can absolutely fly. So, you lose a couple middle infielders to the draft, but, you got one in Jay Abernathy, who I think they're super excited to have. Manny Marin is another guy who is ranked in that top 100, who is a middle infielder. Jackson Walker out of Lenore City, Tennessee, went to Loudon High School, an outfielder who could have been drafted too that that elected to or didn't hear his name called, so ends up going to make it to campus. So there's a couple guys who was drafted. You know, you had the fear that they're going to get drafted.
Yeah.
You know, these couple days you just like kind of on pins and needles. Yeah, you want to hear like your guys that are draft eligible hear their name called, but guys that aren't on campus yet, you're hoping they don't.
You're really, really praying that they don't get their slot value. That's what it is. You want them to go high, but also not be worth that to an organization.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you landed kind of your fair share of guys, and Tennessee has the number 1 recruiting class per perfect game in 2024. They have the number 3 right now in 2025 and number 2 right now in 2026. So I think this is going to be a common thing. You're going to lose guys to the draft. It's going to happen. You just got to, make sure it's minimal. It doesn't destroy your class, and with the amount of talent that you're bringing in, it shouldn't.
Right, and you do have the transfer portal to pull in from now. Mm-hmm. You have guys. I don't know if it'll be a common theme, but I mean, even a guy like Hunter Inslee, who sure wouldn't have heard his name called earlier or anything, but a guy that certainly could have turned pro and elected to stay in school. So I mean, a lot of factors change what's always been a problem in college baseball and trying to hang on to the talent. So I think Tennessee's in a good position for future success and to retain a chunk of that number 1 recruiting class and the guys you really, really wanted to because you expected them to is massive for Tony Vitello in a year that it's probably more about development, and those guys understand that.
Yeah, that's your biggest issue kind of going into the draft is the Eric Radicek. That's your biggest issue like during this draft. You didn't want to lose a guy that's going to play first base for you. Like he was the guy that was going to take over for Blake Burke, and I don't think you have a for sure guy that can now play first base. Maybe somebody takes that, embraces the hog, if you will, for Tennessee with first base. But right now it looks like a big question mark for this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And still waiting to hear his final thing, but I got to think like all the leverage. He didn't have any leverage because of his age. He commits to Tennessee, and now he has that leverage. So he gets drafted, and I just feel like with his age, I mean, what was he? Was he really going to, like, playing 1 year of SEC ball, was he going to really increase that at all? And I think the answer is probably no. So I think he will elect to sign.
Yeah, I get it.
And not make it to campus. So you get another Ryan Galaney from Wofford.
But to be fair, that was on the table both for Ryan Galaney and
and Galaney was a higher draft risk than Radicek. I mean, like a lot of people didn't think he would be drafted. So you thought you kind of after those first 2 days, you thought you kind of survived, and then late he goes, and it is what it is. It happens, but Tennessee, I'm sure will make the most of that position. It might not be somebody who's their natural position is first base, but a guy like Dean Curley, could he play first base, and Andrew Fisher goes to third base, or maybe one of these shortstops. They recruit 80 shortstops in the class. I mean, can one of them play first base? We'll see.
Sure. I did also want to mention one thing not related to the 2025 class or 2025 team, 2024 class. We didn't get to talk about it on Monday. Xander Sechrist, the midweek monster, heading to Minnesota.
Yep,
Minnesota.
And Minnesota likes some Tennessee guys. They Billy Amick, Al Solari, Jake Rucker, Jarrell Ortega. So they've liked Tennessee recently. So I think that's a good spot for him, huh?
Football. Not even a guy that went to the University of Tennessee. Knoxville.
Yeah, and like I'm sure he wanted to hear his name called. I wanted to hear his name called as well. And I think if you watch Tennessee over the course of just Omaha, I don't know how you don't think like, oh man,
hey, I gotta take him.
Yeah,
I do think maybe you talked some guys out of calling his name earlier. I think you wanted it too much. You're tweeting about it a little too much. I think some people, when they went to search him on Twitter, and they're like, what does this guy know that we don't know? Why does he want it so bad?
I mean, he's just freaking electric. I don't know how you don't.
You just got to ask questions when it starts. Like
that,
I
mean, you have. I'll just use my New York Yankees for example.
Okay.
I mean, getting a guy from Alabama in the first round with a 5 ERA. I mean, good God, what are we doing?
Well, his coach was betting against him when he acquired that 5 ERA. So give him a break. Give him a break.
Xander, man, left-handed, electric. Locker room guy?
Well, he's right-handed. He just throws left-handed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You love to see it. Love to see it for the guy. I was going to wear
a little bit worse than me at golf. You know?
I was going to wear my Xander jersey tonight, but I haven't shrunk it yet. Still wearing like an XL.
Yeah, mine's large and in charge too.
Maybe next show. Sorry, Xander. If I'd washed it on time, I would have worn it.
I might buy another one just.
Yeah, I'd like to issue a formal apology to Xander Seacrest.
Yeah.
Another thing I wanted to quickly note, and I don't know the full details of it, but it looks like baseball is about to, at least in the SEC, expand roster and scholarships.
Okay.
I think that was talked about, I guess, at SEC Media Days with Greg Sankey, talking about football and the revenue sharing coming up, and that rolled into baseball and the growth in that game. So that obviously NIL has helped teams cross country, Tennessee, UC being one of them. And if you can offer more scholarships to more players, it's huge for everybody. But, man, I think this program just gets better.
Yeah, and Tony Vitello doing the analyst stuff during the draft, I mean, that's nothing but – I mean, he just marketed Tennessee for a whole entire day. Like, nobody else in college baseball got that.
Right.
And if you're like – I'm sure there's kids, like, watching that and being like, dude, this dude's awesome. And not only is he just, like, loves Tennessee, but he's also, like, super knowledgeable about – the game and other players. Like he kind of makes his mark on everybody he comes in contact with, and you know I think his personality is just is just something that you want to be around.
Yeah, and he's his knowledge of the game. You talked about knowledge of not just the game of baseball, but the college game and the professional game. He's a fan of the game. That's very clear.
Yeah,
he enjoys watching.
Oh yeah, I mean
baseball. Not that that's a not normal thing for a guy at his level. It's just fun to put him in a position where he gets to talk about it.
Yeah, and like I feel like a lot of coaches you ask to do that, they're like, yeah, I'll do it. And like you can tell they just don't have a great time. Nobody had a better time than Tony Vitello did that night.
As he deserves.
Yeah.
He's on a world championship tour.
But yeah, I just think just the amount of exposure the University of Tennessee gets, or the baseball program gets, because of Tony Vitello and what has happened, how fast they've gotten to this point is, I mean, a lot of people want to be a part. That's why you see the recruiting rankings go up. That's why you see guys in the transfer portal, even if they don't pick Tennessee, every top guy in the portal takes a visit to Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, man, what do they got going? What's in the water over there? I got to find that out. How does this second baseman hit 40 home runs in a career? Or 60 home runs, whatever he hit.
A lot of home runs.
Almost 40 in a year.
Numerous home runs.
Like, how does that happen? So, yeah, I just think it's big for the program that Tony got to do that. And
absolutely.
I hope they continue to, because I had a good time watching them. Just as a Tennessee fan, I'm a little biased for sure. But just as a baseball fan, he give some good analysis, and even connected with Braden Montgomery, who technically didn't even play against Tennessee in the College World Series. But
right.
So, yeah, that was fun stuff. And, you know, Tennessee, I feel like won the draft, if you will.
Okay.
And obviously, like, having two guys go in the first round helps. I think that was second in program history with 8 guys drafted. I think the best was 10 in 2022. So,
yeah, you love to see it from the Vols and from this baseball team who are reigning national champions. We'll talk more Tennessee, and I'll rant for you guys. So hang it up if you don't want to hear me rant. We'll be back after this. It's More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment.
It's More Important Issues here on Fan Run Radio. Thank you all for tuning in tonight as we round out hour number 2 and send you all on your way. Hope you guys enjoyed 15 hours of local radio today. Shout out to Fan Run Radio for making it happen, man.
Yeah. Also, you got a good friend to tell us about.
I do. Guys, if you're like me, you need a good wake me up in the morning. I know where you need to go. It's Grade A Grounds.
Or to stay awake tonight.
Yeah, it's getting late here. I got to play. I still got a couple EA College Football 25 games to play. Head on over to Grade A Grounds right now. They're a local coffee roasting company in Kingsport, Tennessee, owned and operated by 2 educators. As educators, they don't only care about their coffee, they care about their community and students. So they want to give back. 5% of every purchase goes directly towards keeping a classroom at Coalition for Kids, a charity in the Tri-Cities, stocked with the necessary supplies needed for students. Another thing you'll see with Grade A Grounds coffee is every bag, their label is made by a student in one of those classrooms. You also get the opportunity with Grade A Grounds right now. They're about to release their Volsicle. Your son, your daughter, the kids in your classroom, the kids in your Sunday school class, they can design a label for the Volsicle. They're getting all Tennessee fans in on it. So make sure you go to the website right now, their Twitter, their Facebook, see how you can submit entries for that. Make sure you guys head over to gradeagrounds.com. Also, Gold Medal Blend is released with a percentage of those sales going directly towards Special Olympics of Greater Knoxville, who we are supporting in our golf tournament September 28th. Make sure you go sign up for that today as well. Shout out to Grade A Grounds Coffee. They'll be there in the morning of the tournament, so you can try great coffee. You can buy the Gold Medal Blend then. They call that a twofer. Killing 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yep.
2 birds, 1 stone. I can't talk. Make sure you guys go check out Grade A Grounds. Shout out to Grade A Grounds. All right, it's the moment everybody came in. Everybody's turning up the dial on their FM radio right now. College football. Joey, you've gotten to play it, correct?
I have now gotten to play it, correct.
Joey's gotten to play it. Landon?
No, yeah.
Not. He's saving it. He's
Holding
saving
out.
it.
Holding out.
And like we said, he's hurting. He's hurting.
Yeah.
I don't have 2 controllers because I literally bought my Xbox last week, or I would have invited you over to play. And I'm not going to watch you play in my own home. That's just insane. Insane. But
Yeah, it's
you're
kinda
gonna
messed up, dude.
You're gonna play it tonight, right?
Yeah, I guess I got to wait till midnight, but can you go ahead and download it before?
I downloaded it before.
Okay.
Like, I just had to start the game, and
you can download it now, and it'll still give you. It'll start to download it. But if you have you got PS5, right?
Yeah.
It'll download pretty quick.
you should text Raven to go download it right now.
I'm rich. Loaded.
Glad someone here has money. After buying that Xbox,
Well,
I do not.
I have money because I didn't spend the extra $30 to get it 3 days early.
Fair rebuttal. It's a great game. If you haven't played it yet, I mean, talk about nostalgia. It's everything you remember about the NCAAs, but it's also so much better. Tennessee runs out of the tee, A+. It's phenomenal. It's the shots of Neyland that they have pregame. Wow, it's
You seen me yet in the stands?
Do what?
You seen me in the stands yet?
I'm not. They went they went so diverse they're no longer diverse in their fan shots. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it's weird. The fan shots could be better, but I'm not gonna.
I feel like you could have more. It's the same fan at every.
Yeah.
I feel like you could just have different fans.
You think the system would be where they just like make 100 random.
It's like SpongeBob,
fans, and it like just mixes them.
I feel like they did that in 2014. They had different fans.
I don't. Yeah, I just don't think that they were too focused on it. Does it? I mean, it doesn't bother me yet because I love watching every time. But the fact that you can't skip the intros is a little annoying. Like
I should be able to press A through them. If I press 3 times, that's fine. But I should be able to press A.
In about 6 months, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is really cool. I'll never not enjoy someone running through the tee, but like every.
So you have to watch the whole thing.
It's like
not the whole thing, but you have to.
No, but it goes through. I mean, like
it doesn't let you skip till it's moved through it pretty
like
good.
45 seconds in, where it's like you're running through the tee, it goes to the side, the fireworks go off, it shows the crowd, shows Smooth coming out,
sweet though.
Shows the team in the end zone, kind of hyping up the fans. Like it's cool, and again, I'm never gonna get sick of it.
I'm gonna do like every game, and I'm just gonna like Snapchat every tee.
I'm gonna yell when it comes out like I do it. Yeah, it's fun, man. The game looks incredible. It almost makes you okay with waiting as long as you did. It's how good it looks. Obviously, I didn't work on it for 10 years, but it looks incredible. So it almost makes it worth it. I think the style of play. Landon was asking me if it plays like Madden. It doesn't. I don't like Madden. I don't enjoy the play of it. The play is a lot better. The playbooks are awesome. The variety in each play. At least I've only played with Tennessee's playbook and
Fresno State.
I guess Fresno State's one time, but I changed to Tennessee's because it's so much fun. But it's a lot of fun. The playbook's got a lot of variety to it. Just feels, I don't want necessarily realism in video games because there's some realistic aspects I don't like.
They have Shark Will?
Yeah. Oh, of course they have Shark Will.
Okay, cool.
Of course they have Shark. Perfect. But yeah, it's awesome. Also, you haven't done Road to Glory yet. The uniform options, the helmet options, you can. This is my biggest upgrade. You can put the towel pretty much anywhere you want now. It can go on the hip, like not the side, the hip. It can go in the back. It can go in the very front. It's awesome.
That's cool.
I think that's the best upgrade they've done.
Can you create a team?
I think that's coming. I don't think you can yet. I haven't tried.
Like you still want to play, like add them to a league or like
like
a conference, like you just
you could just like create a team and like they can have whatever uniform like
I can create the Vestal Vandals.
I'm sure you could do that.
The team builder, online team builder was awesome. I hope they bring that back at some point.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, like do like online too, like just face off team, but like you. Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah, hopefully they bring that back. I'm trying to think some other aspects I love of the game before I get into my.
You got some.
I got some points I need to hit on. I love the game as a whole. I'm saying everything I rant about is from a loving place.
How about for every rant you got to come up with something?
I don't have enough.
They have a girlfriend in.
No ugly to hot girlfriend. And if you're a 3-star, I'll get into my rant. If you're a 3-star, you just never have a good looking girlfriend.
Don't they have a girlfriend? It's like Aubrey or something like that.
You have a girl that invites you to skip a night class for a party. So apparently at schools in Road to Glory, if you don't go to a party before 9 p.m., you can't go. Who's in night class that late? And then you just can't go to the party. You have to choose.
Yeah, the screenshots I've seen from the Road to Glory look hilarious in terms of some of the DMs.
Some of them are weird. I think some of those are a lot of falsities.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. The ones that are actually funny, but
yeah,
there is that one team hazing situation that actually is real. Which
the driving them around. Yeah, it's very strange. DM altogether.
I mean, I don't know.
Just the way it's worded in your choices.
Yeah, I've seen those. Again, I haven't played the actual Road to Glory, so I don't. But I like.
Well, how many seasons have you done already?
I haven't finished my first Dynasty season yet. And then I started a Road to Glory.
And who's your Dynasty team?
My Dynasty?
Yeah.
Fresno State, because that's how I'm going to be in my online. Okay. Offense coordinator. Yeah, Herman Boone.
Got to be head coach.
You have to start off as an offense coordinator at an 82 or below in our franchise. Or our franchise Dynasty.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm sure my rule. Okay, that's actually. Yeah. I do wish you could change the head coach a little bit more. Like customize. I know I'm just being picky at this point.
Yes.
If I'm going to fit into the role and like I'm going to start wearing a visor in front of my TV, I want him to look. I want to just other than just the preset faces and then change.
Yes,
you can make your coach 400 pounds, which is awesome, but he doesn't look 400 pounds. It fills in like in some hidden places. I should be able to like.
You want a Jim Chaney?
I want like a Mike McCarthy build. Like I want something.
No, I have so many things. I forgot that you can't even choose. Can you choose hat or visor? I can't remember.
No, you just 400-pound and handlebar mustache.
You just choose like shirt or hoodie.
Either a polo tucked in or like some way too long pullover.
You're right. It's very lame.
Okay, we're already kind of getting into the
trash
talk, but
I'll rant. I do. I love the game overall. I think recruiting's awesome in it. I really don't have any gripes about recruiting. I know I told you like it does seem kind of a little more intensive than I like, but I think it's good. I do think it's really good. You mentioned Road to Glory. We'll start there. If you haven't started one yet, do not start as anything but a 5-star. I don't have the time in this show to explain to you my hatred for the Road to Glory. I started as a 3-star. Started as a 3-star. I was like, yeah, that'll be, I'll have to earn it. Whatever. It'll be fun. You don't get the opportunity as a 3-star to win the job until at least 10 weeks into the season. I didn't get it. Well, let's back up here. So you have to spend a lot of time studying. You have to spend a lot of energy. You don't have to do anything, but you have to spend like energy points studying. I studied my butt off as a 3-star. You got to be good in the classroom when you're a borderline walk-on. You can't be causing trouble. You'll be the first one gone. Yeah. You don't think Kirby would kick off a 3-star for speeding? Why haven't we heard of him? They don't do it. They know the rules. So I'm studying my butt off. I mean, I'm pretty prepared for these midterms. Well, I made like 2 C's and 2 F's. What are we doing in this game if you can fail a midterm? I don't know. It's absurd. Anyways. Dumb. We get to bowl game. Tennessee takes on Auburn in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Tennessee is awful in Road to Glory. Don't simulate a game with them, Landon. Don't do it. Don't think about doing it. I don't know why. They suck. We play in the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. I'm the starter. I win the starter position as a 3-star running back. Wait, no. No, I never won it in 3-star. I skipped. I played a whole season. I'm sorry. I'm getting too far ahead. Played a whole season. Didn't get a chance to be a starter. Started off with a 5-star because my buddy was telling me. Adam was like, don't do it. Be a 5-star. It's dumb. Started a new one as a 5-star. I don't get to earn the starting position till the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. I beat out Dylan Sampson. I rushed for 135 yards and a touchdown. Start year 2. I'm running back 4, Joey. I'm 4th on the depth chart.
Yeah, I've had all my friends have complained for the Road to Glory that they just
4th.
No matter what team it's on too, like they'll go play at Toledo and somehow like some 2-star walk on, no production guys like get in the role and they're like, yeah, we want to go with a more consistent option. It's like
I rushed for 135 yards and a touchdown. I didn't fumble and I went back to 4th on the depth chart. What are you doing, EA? How is that fun for anybody?
Yeah, that's tough.
Road to Glory is not fun.
Have you tried your 3rd season?
I was about to say, if you
I just started.
Out,
I just started my 2nd, and I started against Florida. I earned it against Florida that year. We got dog stomped by Oregon in Las Vegas to open the season, and I just had to sit on. I don't even know how I got on the plane. You don't take a 4th-string running back on the plane. Leave me in Knoxville. Let me have some fun on my weekends.
Are you on Heisman level? Like what?
All-American. I heard Heisman's All-American's hard. All-American's difficult. Tennessee also lost to UAB while I was on the bench in overtime. It's unreal. It's unreal.
I started Heisman and did one dynasty game, and because it doesn't show the FCS, it will be like FCS Southeast. And
yeah,
it's like
that's Chattanooga.
Something Pandas.
They are the Pandas.
Yeah. So very. I think I opened up through a pick 6 immediately.
Heck yeah.
3rd play of the drive, and then just got. I mean,
this is on Heisman.
Yeah, 3 and out. Like it was bad.
Heisman stuff. Don't do Heisman.
The injuries.
I haven't run into injury issues yet.
The opposing team. I played the FCS.
Yeah, every play, man.
They probably had 30 or 40 guys go down. It was almost every other play, like the injury timeout comes up, which
somewhat realistic.
Game clock. Oh my! Can you change it from 5-minute quarters?
Yeah, you should be able to.
I didn't really look around that much. I mean, again.
Does it take too long?
I haven't had.
It doesn't because like I like the idea of playing a dynasty out and actually taking your time with like building it and everything. Like you don't want to just have a season done in couple hours.
Yeah.
But it's
a grind.
It depends on what game you're playing. Now, when I suit up for, Bama coming to Neyland, a couple games from now or maybe a couple days, it depends how long I grind.
You don't want 3-minute quarters.
No, you want to feel like you really are, grinding it out there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I haven't had a problem with the time yet, so we'll see. That'll probably come up now. The other one, I think this is my biggest gripe. Our Road to Glory, whatever. I probably won't play it again. I'll be in Online Dynasty this weekend. Kicking. Whoever came up with the idea for the kicking meter, well, not the meter. I don't mind the meter, but the way you kick is dumb.
Really? I don't mind it. It's new, and I think
I don't like that you have to aim and then do what I think is a more difficult kicking meter than they've ever had in NCAA.
Which I enjoy.
I think it's good. I think the meter itself is good, but I don't think you should. I think you should aim prior to using the meter. Because
I would like,
another problem with the meter is if you go into the red, which doesn't reset. If you go to the top of the arrow, it goes to red.
Yeah, if you're not on a monitor right in front of you, if you're not on a monitor right in front of you, you can't see the line where there's like this arrow that fills up slowly, and like right at the top, like a 3D, like an arrow with an actual like head and everything.
Yeah.
There's just a little sliver at the top that's like red, and like you don't go into that, so you don't fully fill the arrow, but there's no yellow line showing where the red is. Like you can't really see the red that well. So you just know you got to release it a little bit before it fills the top. Otherwise, you're. And
it isn't a slight miss. It isn't like, if you weren't aimed good. It doesn't matter where you're aimed. You're shanking it.
You'll Cody Parkey an extra point. I mean, like
it's just awful.
You could be down the middle. If you hit it too hard, he just yanks
I saw one clip, and it was like, I think they were playing as Florida or something. And they're like, yeah, just miss it. And they kicked it like on the other
in the sidelines.
Yeah, dude, it shanks it.
And that's another thing about kicking is because you're playing it. And if you back up, the farther the field goal, the harder the meter gets. Fair. I think it's a great idea. But then if you're playing an away game, it gets almost impossible. And it's too much. I know they were like kicking's too easy. That's fair. But as a special teamser, as a kicker, love my special teams guys, kicking's a lot easier than they make it out to be. It's not that hard. Make the snap harder. I don't know. No, it's
I think if
dumb.
you're good at kicking the actions, it's probably the pressure.
It is. But again, I'm like, do one or the other. Make the meter harder or the home crowd.
The screen shake.
Which comes to my next point, the home field.
Are you kicking really quick? Are you kicking field goals? I haven't kicked one not extra point field goal.
Yeah, in like tough games when I need the points, I'll take the points, baby.
Big special teams guy.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean, not because I suck at them. No, I'm not anymore, but I would. But the home field shaking brings my next point. The home field advantage, the home crowd stuff, is overdone. I'm playing Fresno State at New Mexico State on a Thursday night. The crowd's empty. They made it realistic. I mean, moms and dads are maybe there, and then people who they were sick of their kids being in the house, like, let's go eat a hot dog somewhere else. Cool. That's realistic. But then when you get third down in the fourth quarter, the place is like kneeling. I mean, New Mexico's pumping in music at this point, and they're not doing it. They're gone full on Indianapolis Colts.
We got cowbells.
Yeah, and nothing. Like it's better than Neyland. It might have been better than Neyland. It's absurd. So I just think they went too far in that direction. I think it was a good idea, but it's kind of dumb. You're like, why can my quarterback not relay an audible on a Thursday night in New Mexico?
Yeah, dude, they made Acrisure Stadium for a afternoon pit sound like it was an absolute just.
It's insane. So yeah, I think there's a few things they maybe went overboard on and tried to make I don't know, just more fun, and they went the wrong direction with it. Excuse me. I love the game. I do think it's great. I want to reiterate that.
I love the game, but
I do. I've had a ton of fun playing it. I wish I had more time to play it. I'm not going to get to play it tonight. I'll probably won't get to play it tomorrow night. I probably won't get to play it again until Sunday. Maybe some Saturday. But it is what it is. It's good to be back, man. It feels like home.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm going to download it tonight, play it. It's going to be bad. I probably shouldn't play it tonight because I'm going to be up.
Yeah.
Because once you like get, I'm telling you, there used to be a feeling about, and obviously we've got a little age gap here, but
whoa,
little, but you guys still experience it. But like Fortnite was definitely the thing, like right, like peak COVID, like or a snow day feeling when you can go play Fortnite all day. I felt nostalgia when I was like plugging in my Xbox and then like watching the game download and it opened and I was just like. I feel like I'm like 14 in my bedroom, about to open Fortnite for the first time with like all my friends.
Or just working from home during COVID.
Yeah, 2017 Fortnite. That was the last time I've had similar feelings to this. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. I told Lane on the way here. I said I got to do laundry tonight because I've got like 3 loads of laundry that I've done because I just put them in while I was playing the game, but I haven't folded them yet because of the game. No. And I regret nothing. I'm glad I did
Your
it.
schedule builds around the game.
Yeah.
And you know,
I was thinking about it today.
I just bought a recliner specifically for the game, so I could sit.
It's football.
We spent some money on this.
Don't out me like that. I told you I bought a cheap recliner from Amazon.
But then you bought an Xbox just for the game.
Well, you had to buy the Xbox. I did too.
This feels like this is getting into slanderous territory, and I don't like it.
I was thinking today, like, it would be really cool, and I don't know how you'd make this work, but like you were talking about Fortnite with the boys, like late at night is an awesome feeling.
Yeah.
What if there was a way you could do like one guy's a defensive coordinator, one's a head coach, one's offensive coordinator, and like
Madden,
that would break up friendships.
In Madden, you can do 3v3, like 3 guys on offense, 3 on defense. But I don't know if they've
can in FIFA too or FC. You can do pro clubs,
NCAA yet.
Or like you could run a school like a. I'm getting into GTA probably, but like a world that's your like school, like your program, and like maybe you have an AD, a coach.
Yeah. What would the AD do on NCAA? You're going. EA Sports is going to do that idea because it's far too much.
Maybe just recruit. Like you have a guy in charge of recruit. He also
he doesn't play.
Oh,
he plays in the game
so
too.
You actually, like you hire the staff. Like they all have jobs.
And do you not? Can you not do this in
your
NCAA?
Your DCOC idea is good. I like that one. Your AD, I mean,
yeah, I don't. What?
Know. I just go sit in the box and
that would be fun. 3v3
slacks.
Head coach, offensive and defensive coordinator. And
head coach wouldn't do it.
Play another
OCDC.
Team. What?
You have to do offense coordinator, defense coordinator. Head coach wouldn't do anything in that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point because it would take both. Ooh, okay, but 2v2 is
still fun.
Fun.
Yeah,
that'd be a good way to do it. They should do a a fan mode. Like, you just get to be a fan, like a drunk fan of kneeling. And you spend points to drink beers, and the screen starts getting really shaky.
If there's a bad penalty, you get one chance to throw a beer can on the field.
Yeah.
That's all you get all game.
You go to Athens, and you might get run over by a player.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get to cry. The screen starts, like, teardrops come down the screen.
Yeah,
I love
surrender
that.
Cobra.
I just love that Landon's been waiting around 10 years for the game, and he's like, I just want to be an AD. I don't even want to play. I just want to fundraise.
Yeah, you want to sort through the papers on your desk.
Yeah.
I just want to hire and fire coaches.
I like that idea.
You should be able to do, as the head coach, yeah, if you're going to do that league that you're going to do, I think you should be able to be, you should have an AD. And he gets to, like, I want to see the cutscene for a coach getting fired, but I want it to be emotional. I want tears. I want yelling.
We had a guy get fired as a head coach. I can't remember from what school. It's the only time in our online dynasty history that it's happened. He got fired from a school. That's how bad he was.
Now, are you talking Madden Dynasty, or did you guys keep NCAA 14?
Yeah. This was when we played NCAA 14 the first time around.
Okay, so it's been okay.
It's been a while.
I'm not sure if you kept something going for the past 11 years to keep you busy.
My brothers have been playing NCAA 14 online dynasty for like the last 3 years.
Shout out to NCAA 14 servers. Shout out
to Revamped, dude. Revamped are the heroes of this.
Shout out for not giving up.
Oh,
I've been playing NCAA 14 on Caleb's PS3, but didn't go online with it. But it is. I can't wait for this game because like I've seen the graphics and it's like 10 times better. And like NCAA 14, I wouldn't care honestly if they just remade that game.
Yeah,
I would still play it.
Just new players. Honestly. Like I wouldn't. It's not.
Yeah,
that was revamped.
It's clean the way it does. It's just, dude. It's the thing about the Madden, I think, is the difference. And maybe it's just because I don't have an NFL team like specifically, and I'm way more passionate about the balls. But like each interaction in the game seems so much more like special to that player. And like again, I don't follow, Stephon Diggs enough to be like, oh man, like that's exactly how Stephon Diggs would run the route. But it feels like, dude, when I threw a bubble screen at Bru McCoy today, I was like, I'm watching this. This is exactly what would be happening on 3rd and 18.
Yeah.
Dylan Sampson's filthy on the game.
He is raw.
Filthy.
I tore my friend apart today. He's like, who is this guy?
And I hate I had to dog cuss him as his backup. But I did. I'm competitive, man. I don't care about my team's success. I want to run the football.
Yeah.
And James Pierce, he's fun to user, but sometimes you have to let him do his thing because he will swim move around.
He's a guy you don't want to be because he's going to be better than you.
He will. But it's still fun. Yeah. Like swim move personally and do when you just
absolutely.
You got about 2 seconds max in the pocket. Max. Every time. He's getting by.
I love that.
Defense. I'm curious your experience. You'll have to text me and update me because it's hard. Defense is hard. Offensive. I love the new passing. Into more things I love. I love the way the new passing set up. Took some time to get used to, but it's good. I think it makes the game better. It's hard. And if you have a good quarterback, it's a little bit easier, but it's still a little bit harder than it used to be.
The meter messes me up a little bit just because I find myself like knowing like.
I know. I'd almost rather not early. See the meter.
Yeah, I release it early, thinking like I don't put enough effort into the actual meter because I just go off. I've used feel for the past 10 years with Madden and such, and not like just kind of knowing like what a bullet pass versus a lob pass feels like. And then I see the meter, I'm like, oh wait, I should have thrown that more full. Yeah.
Which like I think in the old NCAA game you could hold.
It's like a meter.
So it's a meter. So I think in the old NCAA game you could hold down A, for example, and it would be a bullet pass. And you could hold it down for as long as you wanted to. Like, you just held it down and it was a bullet pass. Now, you can only hold it down so long for it to be a good bullet pass. And it's not like kicking where it'll be just a completely
it's fun,
bad.
It makes it. It's not that noticeable.
Your throw wouldn't be perfectly on target.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you try to throw it behind the guy on a bullet pass.
So I'm not going to throw it in the stands.
Do use the left stick a little bit more. Like, say someone's. I mean, like if you're trying to lead somebody or get over the shoulder, like you can use the left stick more to like actually.
Yeah. Well,
put that in front of them.
I don't know if the use of it has changed as much, but your wide receivers respond better to it.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. But I just noticed that when I actually, use it to get an extra 5 yards ahead to burst on a streak or something like that, it's the responsiveness is much better. Much better. Yeah.
I do think I found a play that is OP.
Okay.
It's a series of plays. I go hurry up. I run a certain play, run hurry up, run the next. It's a vertical play, and my guy's butt naked every time.
Dang.
Yeah. Well, his clothes are on. He's not getting arrested for indecent exposure. He's not a Georgia player. But in football terms, he's butt naked open.
Great.
Yeah, he didn't overthrow him?
No.
You haven't done that?
I can throw the bombs. I mean, I'll overthrow plenty of people, but not on a vertical route.
I don't know what Squirrel speed's at, but he looks faster, I think, than they have.
Oh, you can throw a slant to him.
Churning.
You can throw a slant to him. It's there.
And Chris Brazel's he's good in the game.
Yeah. Dante Thornton's pretty good.
He's pretty good too. Yeah, because he kind of just obviously with everything last year,
he's quick.
Kind of got swept under the rug, but yeah, you realize how solid that. It's fun to play with a Tennessee offense like actually ranked to be Tennessee offense. Yeah, like you see it and it's fun to actually do what you like. They're there. Like again, there's been like the Madden stuff and like there's people that have tried to get it really close, but you're watching a Tennessee football game and you're like, I wish like this play would happen. Like you want to make the decision, so you get to do that, and I think it's like the best part by far.
I love it. So glad it's back. Maybe I will stay up all night and play it. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll start texting you about it, and you'll be like, all right, I'm getting on.
Yeah. I'll fold this laundry at light speed tonight.
We'll stream it at some point. We'll get Landon versus Caleb.
That'd be fun.
Let's do it before Landon gets time to play it.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose. Too competitive. Let's jump into some segments here. We got one tonight for you. It's if you're new to it, Stupidity is an Epidemic. We just pull some of the dumbest stuff we can find on the internet. So my first one was the come to the sip stuff. That for Jeff Lebby to say that, I think he's gonna fail now.
Because of that?
Yeah, that was a failure type quote in my opinion. He's gonna fail. I don't even know why he's worrying about what Mississippi's tweeting. Stop, coach football. My first one. I'm glad you mentioned Chris Brazel. Did you see? Well, you probably didn't. It was I don't know who they are, what they do. Tennessee Sports Fan HQ. They tweeted, Josh Heupel excited to unleash new Titan Chris Brazel at Tennessee's training camp. Now, maybe they meant like mythological Titan. Like he's going to be that good. He's a Titan. He's a Titan of a wide receiver. But I think they got confused. Tennessee Sports Fan HQ got confused about the Tennessee Titans and the Tennessee Vols. And
yeah,
that's hilarious to me. I don't know how you make that mistake. Maybe it's one of those. I don't know. Maybe it's one of those like spam accounts, like the person lives in like Southeast Asia.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's my only.
Like if you're gonna have
kind
of
a generic
you have to be
name.
self-aware enough to.
Yeah.
It's like when you didn't you try to make an AI thing one time, and it was like they did like a Titans instead of a Power T.
Maybe.
I thought you did, and it was like God, what's his name from Star Wars?
The AIs I used. I don't think
Emperor Palpatine
Emperor
or something.
Palpatine. No, I don't think it was a Titans logo, but it looked terrible. The AIs I used, they have no shot of taking over the world. No shot.
Yeah, we're safe for at least a couple decades.
My first one is NBA 2K. How is NBA 2K gonna post a tweet like this and say, is college football a bit unrealistic, and talk about the college football game? How are you going to talk about it being unrealistic when you are a 2K account?
Yeah.
It's the most unrealistic game ever.
It's
horrible.
2K had a 3-year run about 5 years ago where it was really good. It was a great game to play. It's awful now.
It's horrible.
2K 2016 was awesome.
That may have been the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like 2014.
Yeah.
So maybe it was 2014 because I want to say I thought 2017 was really good. 2018
was
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Friends, like that was like
They had probably like a 4 or 5 year run there where they were really good.
Yeah. No, I mean, and it was fresh, and it was now they've just oversaturated, and Ronnie 2K's ruined the game. And
the cutscenes are the worst part of any video game ever. That you can't skip them on 2K. It's awful.
Have you seen that one? Oh, I forget who's talking in it, but it's like the voice acting that they had these guys, like they did one. You could tell they did, like they came into the studio, did one take, and we're like, I'm leaving. I don't care how bad. I'll send it to you guys later.
I'm gone.
It's so bad.
You can tell they're reading off a script and like can barely even like read English. Like it's.
Somebody did say, how much did Ronnie 2K pay you to say this?
That's bad for a lot of reasons. And I don't know. Obviously, you want some essence of realism in a video game, but it's the same people who watch movies and in their head they watch some, I don't know, war movie. They go, that would never happen. That plane could never do that. Yeah. Thinking, cool. This is a movie. Who cares? If it's entertaining, I'm good.
Yeah, they have to change. 2K was like good, and then they have to change something every single year to make it even worse.
Yep, that's the nature of video games. Pisses me off of FIFA too.
Mine. So the Opens this week for all those that like to wake up at 4 a.m. and watch Scottish golf. But Tiger, Colin Montgomery, Monty had some words to say about Tiger's, I guess, prolonged existence as a professional golfer at this point. Something along the lines of foolishly held on to his career for too long. He suggested that Tiger accept his fate and retire, which has been debated, but, saying it publicly as someone well-known in the golf world versus me is a little different.
Do you like the take?
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't think so.
Tiger responded, as a past champion, I'm exempt until I'm 60. Colin's not. He's not a past champion, so he's not exempt. So he doesn't get the opportunity to make that decision. I do. So, yeah, Colin is, no matter how you feel about if Tiger should retire, bad take.
What did he finish at today?
Can't say that too. 5 or 6 over. I don't know. He keeps doing this thing. He starts off within the first 2 or 3 holes. There's a birdie. And it's always a good birdie. He chipped in today for birdie on 2 or 3 maybe.
Did he birdie number 1?
It might have been the first. I don't know. I know it was like one of the first 2 or 3 holes.
I thought he did that, and then he doubled the next.
Yeah,
hole.
he started with the birdie, and then just kind of went downhill from there. And I get it. And you gotta remember also only seeing Tiger in majors right now, plus the Genesis. But I don't know. I mean, should he retire? No, because he's competitive, and it's just not a great look to just hang it up. I think he's going to keep trying, and I think that's why it's such a thing that Tiger is Tiger. He's not going to retire because he's not going to drive around a car. He's not going to do a John Daly, and he's not going to jump to the senior tour yet. He's not. Tiger can still beat half a PGA Tour event field on a normal day. On a good day, if Tiger hits a run, he still has a chance to win a major. He's only playing in majors. You take Tiger Woods to the Rocket Mortgage Classic, he's got better odds than people probably are giving him to give him credit to.
I don't think it's a bad take. I mean, when you said that, I was like, oh, Tiger's got the anger now. Maybe it sounds like it lasted 1 hole, unfortunately. It's not like the old days.
He's just, I don't know. And I'm biased. I'm totally biased.
Yeah. No, that's why I asked about that take. Tiger's a guy that he's not wrong in the fact that he's earned it by being a past champion and he's exempt till he's 60. He's literally earned it, but also he's done so much for golf, and he's such a champion that he can play as long as he wants. He can do whatever he wants.
It's just fun to have him. When Tiger's playing in a tournament, it makes it just there's an added specialty to it because you're like, I get to watch Tiger play 18 holes today.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
There's younger kids that are watching golf and get into it and stuff, and they didn't get to see any of Tiger's great runs. They didn't get to see any of the legacy moments, but they still get to see him play golf and see how much people admire him on the golf course and off. You know, if I'm 12 years old and watching golf with my dad and he's telling me stories about Tiger and I'm recognizing how much my dad admires him, I'm realizing that if MJ had played an extra 7 more years and kind of was just an average player, obviously that wasn't going to happen, but it'd still be that's Michael Jordan. That was the greatest basketball player of all time at one point. Not anymore. LeBron. LeBron's the GOAT.
Yeah, we'll end on that one. We'll let that be the last bit of it. Guys, we appreciate y'all listening. This is More Important Issues on Fan Run Radio. We'll be back Monday night. Appreciate y'all tuning in twice a week.
Yep. Go check out Roback.com. Use promo code More Important Issues for 20% off your first purchase. Have a good weekend. Play some NCAA or EA Sports, whatever.